The Island of Forgotten Dreams. Have you ever had a dream so exciting that it kept you awake at night? A dream that made your heart race every time you imagined it? Maybe you dreamed of becoming an artist, an inventor, an athlete, or creating something the world had never seen before. But what happens when people give up on their dreams? Do they disappear? Or do they go somewhere else? This is the story of a boy named Leo. Leo lived in a busy coastal town where fishing boats filled the harbor and the scent of salt drifted through the air. Unlike most children, Leo loved building things. He made toy boats, birdhouses, tiny bridges, and little windmills. His room overflowed with sketches, tools, and unfinished inventions. Some worked, many failed, but every failure taught him something new. Creating wasn't just his hobby. It was how his heart spoke. One afternoon, while helping his father repair fishing nets, Leo noticed an old sailor staring beyond the horizon. His white beard swayed in the breeze, and an ancient wooden chest rested beside him. "What are you looking at?" Leo asked. "The Island of Forgotten Dreams," the sailor replied. Leo searched the sea but saw nothing. "Most people don't," the sailor smiled. "They stop believing in dreams long before they stop believing in islands." "What is it?" "They say every time someone abandons a dream, it drifts across the sea and finds its way to that island." Leo laughed, but those words stayed with him. Weeks later, during a violent storm, Leo spotted a glass bottle floating among the waves. Inside was a note. "I wanted to become a musician." No name, no explanation, just a forgotten dream. Soon more bottles arrived. "I dreamed of exploring the world. I wanted to write stories. I wanted to help animals." Every message carried a dream someone had quietly surrendered. Leo couldn't stop thinking about them. Who were these people? Why had they given up? Determined to find the truth, he built a small sailboat from scraps of wood at the harbor. People laughed. Friends teased him. Even his father worried. "What if there's nothing out there?" his father asked. Leo smiled. "Then I'll return knowing I searched." When the boat was ready, he sailed toward the direction from which the bottles always came. The journey was long. Some days the sea was calm as glass. Other days storms battered his tiny boat. Waves crashed over the deck. Rain soaked him, and one storm nearly destroyed his mast. Alone beneath endless stars, Leo wondered if everyone had been right. He could still turn back. But then he remembered the bottles, the forgotten dreams. "Just a little farther," he whispered. On the 7th day, thick fog surrounded the boat. The sea vanished. The sky disappeared. Then a dark shape emerged. Towering cliffs, great waterfalls, an island unlike anything he had imagined. The Island of Forgotten Dreams was real. As Leo stepped ashore, he saw unfinished dreams everywhere. Half-painted canvases, broken instruments, unfinished books, abandoned inventions, sculptures waiting for their final touch. Every creation seemed to whisper the same words. "I almost became something." At the center stood a magnificent tree with thousands of glowing lanterns instead of leaves. Inside each lantern lived a forgotten dream. One showed a woman painting, another a young man writing a novel, another a little girl practicing ballet. A gentle voice spoke behind him. "You finally found us." An elderly woman wearing a shimmering golden cloak smiled warmly. "I am the keeper of dreams." She touched one lantern. "Every dream begins with hope." Another. "But many are abandoned because of fear." "Fear of what?" Leo asked. "Failure." She touched another lantern. "Judgment." Another. "Difficulty." Another. "Time." She sighed. Dreams are rarely destroyed. They are simply surrendered. Leo spent hours exploring the island. He saw a cure never discovered, A business never started, songs never sung, books never finished, bridges never built. Each one belonged to someone who once believed they could change the world. So many dreams, Leo whispered. And every one began with hope, the keeper replied. As the sun set, one lantern suddenly glowed brighter than all the others. What is that one? It belongs to someone who came here long ago. What happened? He remembered why he started. Slowly the lantern floated upward until it disappeared into the evening sky like a new star. In that moment, Leo understood. The island wasn't a prison. It was a reminder. Dreams never ask us to be perfect. They only ask us not to abandon them. The next morning, Leo sailed home. The town gathered, expecting stories of treasure and sea monsters. Instead, he told them about forgotten dreams, fear, hope, and the possibilities people leave behind when they stop believing. His story spread. The music teacher performed again. An artist reopened her workshop. A retired inventor dusted off old blueprints. A fisherman finally began writing the novel he had postponed for 20 years. One by one, forgotten dreams came back to life. Years later, Leo became one of the world's greatest engineers. His inventions improved countless lives. Whenever people asked where his inspiration came from, he smiled. It came from a place most people never visit, the island of forgotten dreams. Most people laughed. Leo never did, because he knew something many spend their entire lives forgetting. Dreams rarely disappear because they are impossible. Most disappear because people stop believing in them. And sometimes, the difference between a forgotten dream and a fulfilled one is simply having the courage to begin again.
Dreams do not die when life becomes difficult. They fade only when we stop pursuing them. Every dream chance, and sometimes that chance begins with a single step forward.
Thank you for watching Infinity Narration. If this story inspired you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need it. Until the next story, stay kind, stay strong, and keep believing in the power of your choices.